James Gunn, DC, your whole corporation, don't y'all ever give me or anybody else any suggestions on what's the best comic book movie of all time. Not in my lifetime, your lifetime, my kids' lifetime. Don't y'all ever do it. Because this movie was far from the best comic book movie of all time. Far from the best comic book movie this year. Far from the best comic book movie of DC. Cue the intro.
Warning. The following video you are about to see comes from a geek and nerd who loves Marvel content and anime shows. Over here, we do not hold our tongue about anything and give you the most honest opinion about our chosen video topic. We do things that other content creators don't do. If you want someone like you to dissect said topic, subscribe and join other geeks in this space. While you are at it, leave a like on the video. Enjoy.
Now, let's start with the Flash. The Flash, I like his running. I like how it looked when he was running, when he was in the Speed Force. It was they used their effects well with the Speed Force. They slow motion, they know when to slow it down at the right times. They know when to come back and speed it up at the right times and stuff of that nature. The baby scene, this is a spoiler review, by the way. Spoiler review. It's a lot of questionable stuff like with a baby scene, bro. It's like, okay, that don't really make sense. You know, he goes to get coffee, saves the day with Batman and Wonder Woman, who are in the movie for really no reason, to be honest with you. And then he comes back and the dude's just not finishing his coffee. It's like, well, how are you just not finished when, how does the speed work in that instance? As far as like the bad CGI, there is bad CGI. At times, this movie looked like it was played with a PlayStation 2 cut. It was a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 cutscene. It was terrible. Every time we went to the Speed Force, it looked like it was a cutscene, bro. And apparently, it was on purpose. I'm gonna put some stuff on the screen where the director's like, oh, this was done on purpose. It's supposed to look distorted. I'm like, that's a terrible thing to do. This is what you want it to look like? Look at what that looked like. Why would you want it to look something similar to that or look like that? So I was kind of questioning what was the importance of doing that, why the CGI was like that, especially when y'all spent so much money with this movie, with the marketing and all this, and this is what we get. A little disappointing. The good stuff, the storyline wasn't there. The storyline was lacking for me. Now, a lot of people have already seen the Flashpoint animated movie. It's better than this, way better. Honestly, I probably wouldn't, if you were trying to look for a movie that's based off the Flashpoint, I would really just watch the HBO movie and skip out on this. I would. It didn't do it for me, bro. It didn't do it for me. Now, we all know Ezra Miller has his situations off the field, off the camera. And it's like, I feel like a little that kind of slipped in. And this is going to sound a little hateful. If it's hateful, unsubscribe. We know Ezra Miller has his they, them pronouns and all that stuff, which is cool. But at some points, man, he was sounding a little zesty on the mic. He was sounding a little zesty, a little whiny, a little crybaby-ish. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with being zesty, cool. But Barry Allen is a straight man, bro. Barry Allen has Iris West. So that was kind of taking me out at some points. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Nothing wrong with that lifestyle. I have to put that out there. People say homophobic. Nothing wrong with that at all. Michael Keaton in this movie kind of saved the day for me. He had the best action scenes, which kind of sucks. It's the Flash movie, but he had the best action scenes, and I don't know, man. Really kind of torn on this one, but it was a DC movie, so take that how you want it. Take it with a grain of salt, and do with that information what you want to do. All right, so the audio might be a little wonky in that first half. Didn't have my mic on. But anyway, it makes stuff more confusing. What does this movie do to push forward the new universe y'all are trying to have? It does nothing. When he saved the day. This is the Flashpoint story. It's a terrible Flashpoint story. If you want to see a decent Flashpoint story, bro, watch the animated series on Max, on HBO Max. Watch it there. This right here, it was terrible. He saves the day, and he's like, okay, I got to redo what I just did to redo my mom dying. He redoes it, and then again decides to change another thing to keep his dad from going to jail. His dad is in jail, but then he realizes his Batman is the George Clooney Batman, the worst Batman ever. You would think, we just sat there for 2.5 hours almost. You would think that you know to not change anything, and you do it again. So it makes me feel like, bro, I just wasted my time. You didn't learn no lesson. What was the character development? There was none. You didn't learn anything. Barry 2. We don't call him Barry 2. Dude with the long hair. He was obnoxious. And part of me feels like there was no need for him in this movie. Besides him being kind of like the evil Flash, which I can tell they kind of wanted the slick dude like a reverse Flash type of storyline, but they executed it terribly. He goes off the rails all of a sudden for no reason. And it's weird because it's like, this is supposed to be Barry, but obviously it's Barry in a different universe. But he's so like drastically different, and he didn't know how to stay still. He didn't know how to pay attention. He couldn't follow basic instructions. And I was like, ooh wee. And there's a lot of exposition in this movie, a lot, man, a lot. Just for the third act to be kind of subpar, very subpar. The big fight scene, the big battle, what was that? Michael Keaton had the best fight scene in this whole movie. This is the Flash. This is not Michael Keaton's Batman. He had the best fight scenes, bro. So I was a little disappointed with the little third act action scene. The lady who played Superwoman, what was that? See, we really didn't get much of her. The Flash doesn't ask why you're in a cage. The Flash doesn't ask what's this red stuff? What's this red stuff that was in the little Russian dome thing? He asks no questions. He doesn't ask why you look like that. It's just, oh, you look like that, let me save you. He's like, oh, let me put you in the sun. She doesn't even go to the sun. She gets a single little ray of sunlight and all of a sudden she's healed. Come on, bruh. How do you expect me to believe that? When I seen the HBO Max show and the series show thing, that they do it a different way. And I'm a person, right? When it comes to remakes are hard to do. This isn't even a remake. But there's other source media material out there. You have to make a remake of anything where it's not completely the same as the other movie or other thing. So you're getting a different story, but it's the same enough to where it's a story you can still say, okay, this is right, this is right. It has to be that way. And Marvel does this perfectly. DC, y'all did this terrible. It was so drastic to what I kind of remember and envisioned this movie to be. Just the little dialogue he was having. It was hard to make me feel like he had any friends. You have what's the dude's name? The girl's name. Iris West in the movie. There's really no connection there. She's there for no reason. I guess. But let's get to the cameos. And I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it soon, bro. There's not really too much I can say about this movie. If this movie was good, I'll be gushing. I'm not. The endless cameos they had left me feeling disgusted. They did some questionable things. They brought back some old dead characters for a movie. They could have used archival footage. They chose not to. They make these people look like clay dolls in CGI. We get the OG Superman and the OG Superwoman. We get Adam West Batman, a Nicolas Cage Batman, a Jay Garrett the Flash, and it's like, why? What was the point? What was the point of that? Even that last sequence? What was the point of that? How was that in the movie? James Gunn, explain to me how this is supposed to change anything for the DCU. Because you even said none of this stuff even matters to what's in the DCU. This is not a DCU movie. This Flash isn't even confirmed to be in the DCU. You just said that Blue Beetle is the first DCU character and the Superman Legacy movie is the first DCU movie. So I understand the point of releasing this was to at least try to come up with some profit. But man, I wish y'all could have just kept this in the vault. I really do. And it's just, I think one of the main reasons I'm more upset is because of the fact that y'all made it seem like this is the best thing since sliced bread. And it's not. It's just a DC movie. James Gunn, what comic book movies have you seen that makes you say, this is the best comic book movie ever? What? What have you watched? I'll give this movie a big 6.5, 7 out of 10, bro. I'm disappointed. And if y'all don't know, I have to drive 50 minutes to and from when I go see a GTX movie, bro. So it is my gas and money being wasted. But not really wasted, because I could see it in the area I am now, but the theaters. But I'm not going to say wasted. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what was y'all thoughts on The Flash. If you made it this far in the video, please watch the video. Please subscribe to me. on the road to 100 subscribers. I really appreciate all the support I get. I love y'all. Leave some comments. Y'all the real geeks. Thank you for supporting me this far. And I'm out. Peace.
Hey, say, that's okay.
Popping it, yeah. Popping it, pill. Popping it, popping it, pill. Popping it, yeah.